Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And boy, the new year is starting out right. We're going to talk about the controversy around AI art. We're going to talk about Wizards of the Coast finding themselves in this controversy in the crosshairs again. And we're going to talk about Wacom. You know, Wacom, the company that makes all the art tablets for artists to make art with. Yeah, they're using AI art to promote their art tablets now, too.
That makes sense.
Because that totally makes sense. Look, guys, here's the thing. AI art is not going away. It's only going to get better and better. That being said, a lot of people not on board with it, and that's understandable. We use it for some thumbnails. We use it for some blog images. Our point of view is, in that case, it's kind of disposable.
We do it mostly because of the copyright.
The copyright thing is an issue. That's a whole nother thing. I think we've talked about that before too. There are companies out there now that are parasitic companies, and they're going around and they're trying to strike blogs for using images that they're saying are copyright protected, but they're not actually copyright protected. They're just trying to get some fast cash. So AI skirts that because you can't copyright it, right? Mm-hmm. But that being said, we've never hidden that, and I would never use AI for a comic book project or a game project or anything like that. And even in the off chance that we ever would at some point in time, I would make sure people realize that that stuff was assisted with AI, and we wouldn't try to pull a fast one on people. But when you make such a big deal about not using AI, and people have called you out multiple times, then you turn around and do it again and again and again.
I know, and each time you change your statement just a little bit.
Yeah.
It's funny.
So let's talk about this nonsensical situation. And I gotta give a hat tip to our friend Sarah. She's actually written on clownfishtv.com. She actually sent a link over yesterday in regards to Wacom. We'll get to Wacom. We're gonna talk about Wizards first. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
Go out to shopclownfish.com. Pick up a copy of Crimson Wren and previously on Clownfish TV. Both of these drawn by hand.
I was like, not AI.
Not AI. Both of these comics drawn by hand by some talented people. And so go out and pick up copies of those. Got a week yet until we close this second chance campaign. Check it out, shopclownfish.com. So let's, I guess we'll talk about where Wizards was at with AI, and then we'll talk about the latest controversy. So the long and short is Wizards was busted on multiple occasions in Dungeons & Dragons and with Magic the Gathering of using AI in final products and source books and cards.
You can find videos about that we did before.
Yeah. And then they swore up one side and down the other they weren't going to do it anymore, kind of. They put this statement out, and I said when they did this that it definitely left some wiggle room in there.
Well, I remember they had two different statements. Like when we did the video before, we pointed out that Magic and D&D, there was two different statements put out for each one, and we thought it was odd. And for Magic, they basically said they require their artists, writers, and creatives contributing to refrain from using AI generative tools to create a final Magic product. I remember we pointed that out. We're like, it just says final products.
Yeah.
We pointed that out then.
Yeah, and they said this on .esports too. Final product. Mm-hmm. So what you could do theoretically is you could generate an AI image and then trace it, because the traced image is technically the final product. I mean, the AI did all the drawing for you, and then you can go in and fix the fingers or whatever.
Yeah.
So they're being kind of weird about it. And they also said final Magic products. They did not say marketing. They did not say they weren't going to use it for marketing or, posters or whatever.
Sorry. It's like, okay.
Very, So this is what happened. They put this marketing tweet up. Apparently it was deleted, and they denied that it was AI. They said, we understand confusion by fans given the style being different than card art, but we stand by our previous statement. The art was created by humans and not by AI.
Readers added context. The image contains clear signs of AI generation.
Yes.
The light biome filaments are wrong.
There's bad wiring, nonsensical holes in machinery, and the book pages have blatant errors. Now, look, an artist could...
I say artists could have done some of that stuff,
They
too.
could have, but this guy, Scrit Arts, tore into it and showed all the telltale signs of AI, because AI just approximates what it thinks and it doesn't really think it through. Like, thumbs don't actually work going in that direction. But they're like, yeah, it's totally AI. They got called out for it. They took the tweet down. Apparently they apologized because they got busted again.
So they said it wasn't, and then they apologized anyway. Yeah. Well, you don't apologize if you didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, so here's the thing. They just laid a bunch of people off before Christmas, okay? They are clearly trying to save cash. I can almost guarantee you that a lot of the card art that's going to be done in the future is going to use some AI elements, if not be completely generated by AI, because as far as Hasbro is concerned, it's cheaper to just, type in some prompts, spit out an image, throw it in a card and print it than it is to go through the hassle of having to hire and work with and especially pay actual artists. And if the consumers don't know and don't care, and a lot of them don't, what's the difference? That's their way of looking at it.
Most people are going to look at this image and they weren't going to think it was AI, even though it's not obviously not a photograph, and that's what they're going for. But yeah.
Yeah, I would have, if we weren't familiar with AI, I would have looked at and just thought stylized photograph at first.
That's what I would have thought.
Like they took it into a filter in Photoshop.
Filtered it.
Yeah, but it's AI. So yeah, they had to update. This is on the Gamer. The Gamer. Magic the Gathering denies using AI art after ad backlash. They said they denied it, and then they admitted.
I know, right?
They admitted it.
This is what they always do. We didn't do it, but we're sorry that you think we did.
We're sorry we got caught. That's what. And again, I'm not saying that you shouldn't or can't or whatever with AI art. This is a whole nother discussion. But when you make such a big ass deal about, we're not going to do it, guys, we're not going to do it. Oh, shit, they caught us again. Come on. Seriously? Come on. Just fess up. It's just marketing crap, whatever. It doesn't really matter.
You caught us, but we didn't say we wouldn't do it.
Yeah. So Magic the Gathering dated today. We already made it clear that we require artists, writers, and creatives contributing to Magic to refrain from using AI-generated tools to create final Magic products.
Right.
Now we're evaluating how we work with vendors on creating beyond our products, like these marketing images, to make sure that we're living up to these values.
We didn't do it.
Oh my God.
Somebody else to do it.
Another statement?
They did another one?
Wait. Come on, guys. You can't get the date right. Did AI write this?
Was this from 2021?
No, it didn't exist until, it did, but this is 2024. Thanks to our, they can't even get the date right. Thanks to our diligent community who pointed out a series of recent marketing images that may have included elements of generative AI, we're rethinking our process of how we work with vendors for our marketing creative. We already made it clear that we require artists to do it. Yeah. What's now apparent is we need to update the way that we work with vendors on creative beyond our products, like marketing, to make sure that we're supporting the amazing human ingenuity that's so important to Magic. Like all the people you shit canned right before Christmas.
So
right?
basically, we did these marketing pieces out of house, and they used AI.
That's probably what it was. We went to Fiverr, and they used AI. That's what happened.
Here's the thing, though: people are going to have to get their panties out of their ass because people are going to use it.
They're going to use it. It's here to stay.
If there's just an image like, that was just like an image for marketing or whatever. To me, it would have made more sense is to have an actual set. It would have been probably quicker and easier just to have the set piece there and then put the things in it. But, that's not, it isn't the same thing as actually creating the images like from the beginning. You know what I mean? For the stuff. So it's not the final images. They're going to use it. They're just hoping you don't catch on. They're going to try to find someone better next time is all they're going to do.
Absolutely.
This is like a marketing piece, though.
Well, Xbox did the same thing, I guess. Xbox put a marketing piece up. It was AI, and people call them out on that. So here's the thing.
Maybe fuck up less.
Yeah, maybe fuck. Oh, God. Wow. Yeah, you get a like on that one.
Yeah, that was good.
So, look. I use it, don't use it. I don't give a shit. It's here to stay. It's here to stay. And I'm sorry. And a lot of people that do like quick commercial art, that kind of stuff, they're going to be put out of work. A lot of people who do more complex art, digital painting and stuff, they're going to be put out of work. I'm very sorry. This was going to happen someday. It was bound to happen someday. And that's coming from a guy who spent a good chunk of his life drawing.
I'm sorry. I like this other one. Please apologize for gaslighting your fan base and infantilizing, patronizing them by calling their concerns confusion.
Confusion.
This is a mistake that requires a rebuilding of trust with your customers. Please do more and be better. I mean, people don't want people replaced.
Yeah.
I mean, I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that a lot, that people like are trying to make sure that humans are employed.
Yeah.
And a lot of the stuff, it's a skill. I mean, there's so much stuff involved in it that, you know, it is sad that AI can just steal from somebody else and then redo it again. But they're not going to get rid of it. They'll find more creative ways to use it so they don't get caught.
Yeah, we're sorry for we're confused. We're confused as to how you figured it out. Damn it, you pesky kids, your dog.
Maybe working with questionable vendors would be less important if you hired, say, maybe 1,100 full-time employees that work for you.
Yeah.
They're not wrong.
This guy's like, hey, you're printing money, but you're still like screwing us over and treating us like we're stupid. This is Wizards of the Coast under Hasbro, guys. I don't know what else to tell you. I've been freaking calling this out for 3-4 years now. This company is not what you think they are.
No.
And they're not going to be what you want them to be under Hasbro, because Hasbro is not Hasbro anymore. You know,
Hasbro's not Hasbroing.
No, they're not. They are a soulless corporation now. The reason that they're firing people, the reason they're shutting things down, the reason they're trying to transition into digital with Dungeons & Dragons and Magic and all that is because then they don't have to pay for printing. They don't have to pay for manufacturing. Let's not do toys. Let's let Basic Fun and Super 7 make our toys, because then we don't have any overhead. We can just print money.
Here's the thing. You know, I'm surprised they weren't canceled back when they were doing the potato people, because the bro and Hasbros literally meant brothers, and that's so sexist.
Yes. The Hasenfeld brothers.
They should have just canceled themselves then.
Why don't they have that family? Why is the Has family? They're not involved very much anymore.
I guess. Yeah.
You know, when they were involved, things actually
Has people.
The Has people. So it wasn't just Wizards, guys.
The Wizards say okay, but this one gets me more.
Yeah,
this one gets me way more.
And again, I have to give a hat tip to Sarah, who sent this over. She's like, "Did you hear about what was going on with Wacom?" And I'm like, "No, I didn't." It's like literally one of the last companies you would think would use AI, because their business is selling art tablets to artists, to actual artists to draw with. You know what I'm saying? Like, why the hell would you use AI, obviously AI art, to sell to artists tablets for that? They're not going to buy your shit now.
No, you just turned around and used AI to replace them. Like, I mean, I think Wizards was bad, but this is worse. This
is worse. Like, look, I love Wacom products. I actually use Wacom products. We've reviewed Wacom products on the channel. Like, but they're kind of an institution. But if anyone had a case to say no to AI, it would be Wacom, and it would be in their own best interest to do so, because artists still want to draw, and they need the tools to draw with. And I'm astounded that they would do this, right? So this is Jonas. I'm not even good. JoJo's Art. That's your name, JoJo's Art. I cannot pronounce your last name. In a nutshell, Wacom saved a couple of bucks by using AI instead of hiring an artist for their ad campaign, but likely lost tens of thousands of loyal customers for doing it. Genius move. I hope other companies take note.
Yeah, that's really dumb. It was them. That was really dumb.
Wow. Imagine having a customer base made exclusively of artists and can't be bothered to find one to draw with your tablet for a promo. Yeah. Wouldn't that make more sense? I mean, you want to show off the product, be like, hey, because a lot of these artists on Twitter, they'd do it for free.
Well, there's a lot of artists that you could even trade them a tablet for, you know, I'll give you a tablet, and then you give me a couple pieces of art that we can use for, you know, promotion, or give me a piece of art with agreement that I get to use the artwork you give me.
Yeah,
you know?
We'll give you $1,000, $2,000, because they're not cheap. Wacom tablets are the most expensive on the market. They're not cheap. Be like, we'll give you $1,000, $2,000 tablet, guys. Just draw us a dragon for New Year, so you're the dragon, right? Yeah, this person here today with obvious AI post, Wacom and Wizards of the Coast. Like, dang, hey, this is the new reality, and I hate to be that guy, and I'm not trying to be that guy. And this is coming from an artist. But this is the new reality, that, you know, commercial art is going to be decimated by this, because we're going to have more and more companies realizing it's way cheaper to, you know, to have AI generate an image that's disposable, especially for advertising or something like that, than it is to hire someone to do it. And eventually the stuff is going to get good enough that you're going to have like professional prompt writers and they will come in. That might be what they're hiring
doing now.
Yeah, that might be what they're doing at Wizards. They're talking about having a new like digital art manager or something come in, and their job will be to generate prompts and curate AI art. They're going to be bot farmers. And for most people, the consumer, they don't know the difference. They don't care. Hey, this looks cool.
Yeah, I think most people aren't going to notice a lot of some things they will, because I mean it's pretty obvious in some cases. But a lot of people aren't going to notice it. I mean, whether right or wrong, that's just what it's going to be.
There we go, guys. Yeah, I don't understand. Wacom of all companies, guys. I don't know what you're thinking. Like, again, your audience is artists who are scared of losing their jobs as it is. So let's just go ahead and freaking use the AI art. So this is the damage, showing the obvious AI art, because you can see like what is going on here. It's like it's a ridge of fur, but it goes
into the side,
into the side and up in a, like, what is going on? But they took it down. I don't know if they apologized for it. I don't think they apologized for it, but they got busted. You think
you at least clean it up, but that's just me.
It doesn't, like, you could have, look at the toes. Like, what? I mean, this is obviously AI. Like, the tail's not even attached. Like, there's a foot.
I know it's attached.
And the tail's just kind of just here. Like,
he's sitting on it? Like, it's wrapped underneath and he's sitting on it?
I don't know. Is there another?
There's like random toenails floating in the air over here, it looks like.
I don't know what's going on. And this is like, come on, guy, literally, this is your business. Your business is to sell tablets to artists. And I guarantee you could have had somebody knock this image out in an hour or two with one of your tablets. And then you just give them a tablet and they would have done it. It's like you said, it's so stupid. Well, the Warner Brothers boss says he's not a fan of AI anyway.
Good.
Doesn't mean that they won't be using it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Doesn't mean that he'll be there in 6 months the way that Warner Brothers is. But there are people pushing back against it being used. Like, look, I think there's a place for it in production.
I think it's a good assistant to double check things or to, like, maybe fill in some spaces, but I don't think it should ever replace people.
No, I mean, every technological advancement replaces people. I think, in animation, for 2D animation especially, I can see it, doing in-betweens. But even then, you have to check it because,
right, but it's going to replace people.
Yeah, because you're going to have, characters with like, 7 fingers on one hand all of a sudden in one frame, and people are going to catch it. And they're going to be
for now, a few years.
Give it a few years. Yeah,
that's... We'll use all our work to put into it, to train it to do better.
There's, how many decades of animation and how many, just terabytes and terabytes and terabytes of reference material. Everybody who's ever posted anything on the internet, congratulations, you've helped train your replacement. Same with writers too. It's the same thing. But I don't know, guys, just not a good look, not a good way to start the new year off. That being said, we do use AI in our thumbnails because they're cheap and disposable and they're funny. But
sometimes we just do it to make it funny.
Sometimes we just do it to make it funny. Because where am I going to find a photo of,
like yesterday,
to convey an idea,
Yesterday, there was a story on Mousetrap News that was about, it wasn't yesterday, it was a couple days ago. I just put it up yesterday. But they got people convinced that Disney was going to open a maternity ward. They were going to open a maternity ward above Casey's Corner inside the Magic Kingdom so you could watch the castle as you gave birth. And people were like, oh, damn, yeah. Except it wasn't true, obviously. Mousetrap News makes this stuff up that's so believable. But we needed an image, so Neon generated an image for me with a Minnie Mouse in a nurse outfit holding a baby with a really weird deformed nose.
Yeah.
But because you're not going to, where else are you going to find a Minnie Mouse in a nurse uniform? Kind of.
Well, with all of her clothes on, I don't know. I mean,
okay.
Yeah.
That's an important caveat there.
Yeah. So we'll say, I mean, look, it's evolving technology. It's going to happen. Like I said, I would never use it for comic books. I'd never use it for games. I'd never use it for...
I normally don't use it on P&P, just that one time. But
yeah, but for blog images, and they probably thought, I mean, honestly, they probably thought it's just a marketing image. What's the big deal? We're not charging people for it. It's just a Facebook post or whatever.
I wouldn't have thought anything about using images in general. And I would never have used AI to begin with. It wasn't the fact that these predatory places are going around trying to sue people for images, even when you have permission to use them.
That actually, yeah.
I mean, we talked about before. It's happened to us already a couple times.
We've had over $8,000 or $10,000 in threats. I mean, they basically are like threatening us with fees for using images that I'm doubtful a lot of these places have the rights to. And the thing is they're using AI to do an image search to find images that they think they might possibly have a right to, even if they don't, even if some of them come from the actual marketing site, or you got press release and you got the image, they're predatory. So it's like bot wars, but yeah, it's going to be really interesting. This year is, I think, 2024 and 2025 for any kind of creative, whether you're a writer or an artist, it is going to be about change. And people don't like to hear that because it's hard enough to make a living as an artist to begin with. And now you've got another layer on top of it, when even the company that makes your tablet is using, AI art. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say at this point. Let's wrap it up.
Okay.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, and we'll talk later.
Bye.